Welcome back to the channel, lads. It's episode 43 of our Blackburn Rovers career mode. We've had an excellent start to the Premier League season, and this season, 3 wins from 3. We've managed to keep clean sheets in 2 out of 3 games as well, conceding a goal in our final game of the last episode against, was it Bristol City? First half of that game, by the way, although newly promoted, the first half was a little bit of a struggle, but we turned it up in the second half, going on to score a couple of goals. But it's good to see that we have started the season quite well. Oh my God, we've got the Champions League group stage out. We have got our first game of the Champions League is Ferencvaros, a team that we faced in the finals of the Europa League last season, which it's incredible, isn't it? Was it the finals or semi-final? It was the semi-finals that we faced them last season. We've got Salzburg as well. That is not a bad game. Oh, wow. We have got Juventus in the Champions League. Dortmund we have got as well. A team that have been in the finals 2 seasons ago, or was it? Yeah, 2 seasons ago, Champions League finals, wasn't it? We have got Dynamo Kiev as well. We have also got Shakhtar Donetsk. There's 2 more teams. Oh, wow. AC Milan and Leverkusen. We are facing some of the best teams in the competition in the group stage, which although it's going to be difficult for us, but you know what? If you want to go on to do very well in a competition like this, you have got to beat some of the best teams. And it's I think it's a good thing that we get to test ourselves against those teams in the group stage of the competition. It is going to be tough. It is going to be really, really tough, but it is what it is. The table is not yet out for us to have a look at, but it shouldn't take too long now since we have the group stage already. Our first game, though, of the episode is going to be against Fulham in the Premier League, and we're close to the deadline day as well, which means we have got to be really, really quick in trying to bring in 1 or 2 more players. We've already signed 2 players this season, the right back Zanotti, and we have also brought in Joao Pedro. We signed him from Alaves, a replacement for Dolan, who has joined Manchester United. £100 million we made for that deal as well, which is incredible. But let's take a look. One of the things that we spoke about at the end of the last episode was we want to try and bring in a centre defensive midfielder. We looked at Adam Wharton, and we also looked at Papa and Matassar of Tottenham, and we looked at the box-to-box midfield position, Matthias and Fernandes, and we have also got Yunus Musa there as well from AC Milan. His wages a little bit of a problem. But to be honest, I don't want to sign a CDM and a box-to-box midfielder. I want just one of them, either a CDM or a box-to-box midfielder, not both positions. It doesn't make sense to strengthen both positions. And sentimentally, Adam Wharton looks like, just for sentimental reason, he was born in Blackburn. He's one of our own. He left us at a very young age to Crystal Palace. Now 23 years of age, he's looking much better than when he left Blackburn Rovers. The sprint speed, a little bit of a problem there, but it doesn't matter given that he's just going to sit in front of that back four for us and so dictate the tempo of the play and help us out defensively. To be honest, Walter Berger have done that role for us so well in the last couple of seasons, but I think we need to improve in that position. And for me, Adam Wharton is the player that I'm going to be going for. £40 million between 40 to 50 million pounds, and they think we might have to give to Atletico Madrid to get this deal done. But you know what? We always try to pay a lot less than the market value if we can. Ain't no way I'm paying that release clause. Well, this gives us a little bit of an idea of how much Atletico value this player as. The fact that they're asking for almost 30 million pounds plus Daniel, it makes me think we might have to pay a little bit more than his market value here. But to be honest, I'm not willing to go more than 40 million pounds for this deal. But we will start here. I've offered them 30 million pounds to begin with, which has been basically rejected because there's no way I'm giving them Daniel. But let's go straight to his market value here of 36 million pounds. Well, 50.9 million pounds. That is a lot of money. He will go straight into being our most expensive signing if we should pay that much for him. And to be honest, I'm not willing to pay that much for him. But let's try 40 million pounds out. Let's see what I say with 40 million pounds. You're going to need a little bit of time to think about it. Okay, hopefully they come back with something positive, because sometimes what they can do is flat out reject it after thinking about it. I'm hoping that's not the case, that they're willing to negotiate a little bit more, maybe. But the other position that we're looking to strengthen is to bring in a centre back. We have got the options between Antonio Silva, who is a little bit more expensive than the other option in Malik Cho. Malik Cho, though, is 6'4". He gives us that little bit of physicality at the back, being 6'4". Better physical attributes, not in terms of acceleration and sprint speed, but technically, I believe Silva is just a little bit better than him. Yeah, in terms of the passing ability as well. 77 long passing, 83 short passing. You know what? Chor is better at that category as well. He's cheaper. My only issue with this deal is his wages of 90k a week. He's going to have to take a significant wage cut to come to Blackburn Rovers. The fact that we will be offering him Champions League football might just help with that as well. But 37 million pounds there, his value. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start the offer at 30 million pounds and give them a significant 15% sell-on clause there. Oh my God, I feel like I've wasted your time. I feel like I've wasted your time. 30 million pounds I offered them and a 15% sell-on clause. You would expect them to try and negotiate that slightly. Tell you what, that is just ridiculous, man. I wonder how much they value him at if they deem that opening offer as insulting. But you know what? I'm gonna wait for a few days here, or a couple of hours rather, given that we are going into the transfer deadline day, just to see what Atletico Madrid comes back to say for Adam Wharton, who is a player that would make a difference for us, you know, in that CDM position. But here is the confirmation that Pickering is joining Salzburg for just under £2 million. Oh yes, that's the news we want. That's the news we're waiting for. £40 million offer for Adam Wharton. It's been accepted by Atletico Madrid. I did not think that would be the case. I thought they would have come back and wanted a little bit more money, or my worst fear was for them to come back and reject the offer, because we didn't have time. We're basically in the deadline day right now. But crucial first team player, he's always going to get there. He's always going to get that. I mean, it's good to be bringing one of our own back, isn't it? Like I said, I mean, Sarr is better than him at this stage, but that sentiment of bringing him back, a player that I've played for Blackburn Rovers previously, left as a kid, and returning back as a grown man here, much better than he was when he left Blackburn Rovers in real life. I had to do this deal. I had to do this deal. In terms of his wages, though, he's on 60k a week at Atletico Madrid. I'm happy to give him pretty much the same 60k in wages there, and just give him appearance bonuses there. If he makes 25 appearances for us this season, which he's going to do, give him an additional £400,000 there. Why not? That's a reasonable offer. He's happy to accept that. And here is our third signing of the season completed. He's one of our own. He's back to Ewood Park. He's back to Blackburn Rovers. He's back to a team where he started off his career. And it'll be nice for him if he can help us to win 1 or 2 trophies this season. You know, for me, this is a fantastic signing. What shirt number is he going to get? I'm not sure. Some of the vacant numbers right now. Number 7 is available, I believe. He could go on to get the number 7 shirt. Okay, he gets the number 13 shirt, which it's not a bad number. I'm happy to keep him wearing that number 13 this season for us. But fantastic sign, in my opinion. Shame that we couldn't get this deal done for Malik Cho, you know. And to be honest, if Brentford should walk away from £30 million and a 15% sell-on clause for a player whose market value is £37 million without even wanting to negotiate, I mean, we've got no chance to get this deal done. I don't want to pay more than £40 million for a centre-back. It just doesn't make sense to pay more than £40 million for a centre-back. I'd rather go with what we have got right now with Koulibaly, with Flamingo, with Carter as well. All 3 players are still getting better. I want to be in a position where every player in the starting 11 is 80 rated this season. We might not achieve that if we don't bring in a centre-back. But you know what? Let's try and do this deal for Antonio Silva. If we can't, I'm gonna go 20% sell on close. Yeah, this is how much I want to get this deal done, and I also want to give them 40% sell on close. What are they going to say? 61.8 million pounds. We can't do that. We just can't afford to do that. Well, we have the money to do that, but it doesn't make sense to be doing that considering we still need a little bit of a budget and going into January as well. Let's try 45 million pounds. Nope. No way. I'm not doing that deal. I'm just gonna reject the offer. It doesn't make sense. I will go with what I've got at the moment in terms of what we have in that defensive position. The defense is only going to get better with time. Maybe halfway through this season, if we don't have all our players on 80 rated, we might look for other options. Definitely, not going to be Antonio Silva though. We don't have the money to pay for him. I should have thought about this at the start and scout centre backs that fit into our budget. But it is what it is. We're going to spend the remaining 10 hours of the transfer deadline day seeing if we can move out one or two players. Rumours of Pedri joining Newcastle United here. Leye have now completed his move to Vancouver Whitecaps, the MLS side, I believe. They are in the MLS, aren't they? They are in the MLS. Schmidt joins Sporting Lisbon on a season-long loan. That's a good league for him to go perform and get better from now to the end of the season. And if we do decide to move teams in the same save, some of these youth academy players, we might revisit them in our new team. But at the moment, he's going to spend the next year in the Portuguese league. 2 hours to go in the transfer deadline day. Some strong rumours linking Madueke to Arsenal, Locatelli of Juventus to Manchester United, Adley from Brighton to Tottenham Hotspur there. Oh, we don't have enough time. It doesn't look like we will have enough time to complete. That has been withdrawn as well. I thought he was going to join. I honestly thought he was. There's still time for him to join Nice. The offer from I don't know which offer was withdrawn then because we've only accepted a loan move to Nice, which it's still going on the negotiation. But I don't think an hour is enough for him to complete that loan move, which it's unfortunate to be honest, because I would really like to have sent him on loan. But the fact that we haven't brought in a centre back just means that he could play a few games for us this season. His loan move has been rejected, of course. We know deals do not get done in the final hour of the transfer deadline day. For some reason, when the deal gets to the final hour, he gets rejected, which it doesn't make sense because deals get done in the final hour in real life. And some of the top deals, let's take a look. Oh, wow. Oh, that's the Corin that we saw earlier on, £167 million. Manchester United sold Pedri. I mean, it makes sense. They brought in £100 million player in Doran and they let go of Pedri for £162 million. I mean, Balde joins them as well for over £100 million. So Manchester United brought in two players for over £100 million this season. McAllister there to Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid spending that Doran money to sign McAllister this season. Bacola joined Juventus. Frankie de Jong joined Juventus as well. Martinelli to Manchester City. We talked about that. And we've got Cody Gakpo there leaving Dortmund. Louis Bentley joining Palace. How the hell is Palace spending £75 million on a player? But Kulusevski joins Brighton. You've got Jan Couto leaving Manchester City there. Harry Kane leaving Bayern to Atletico Madrid for £66 million. That's not a bad deal for Bayern, to be honest, given he's 34 years of age. That's an incredible piece of business. Jackson joins. So Crystal Palace have signed Louis Bentley for over £75 million. And they have signed Nicholas Jackson for over $65 million. Some of the deals in this game, man, it honestly doesn't make sense. But it is what it is. I'll sort out the starting 11 pretty quickly, and we will go into our first game of the episode, and it's against Fulham. And here's our record signing, Adam Wharton. He's the brother of Scott Wharton, isn't he? Who also played for Blackburn Rovers. And Scott Wharton, did he play for Manchester United as well. I can't remember, but I do know they're related somehow. But he's our record signing. The thing is, when a centre defensive midfielder is your record signing, he's not going to score too many goals. He's not going to get too many assists. So how do you judge him? Some would say by the amount of clean sheet you keep, but I don't necessarily think that's fair on him either. I mean, the way I would judge him, basically, it's how he performs for us. Is he better than Walter Berger in that position? You know, I want to see him do things that Walter Berger does for us, which is almost sort of dictate the tempo of the play, you know, cover a lot of ground as well. That's one thing you don't see. Walter Berger covers a lot of ground, especially when teams hit us on the break. And he did also pop up with one or two important goals last season. So as long as he performs better than that, I think we are in good position. What the hell is Hannibal Mejbri doing there, man? Just giving possession away so cheaply. What I've liked about this season is our ability to control games a lot more. We are doing the same. I know it's only 11 minutes into this game against Fulham. It's to say, oh, there he is again. He cannot stop scoring, our new signing, Joao Pedro. Easy tapping there on the far post, reacting quicker than the defense, which you want to see from your striker. But good start to the game. There's Adam Wharton. 25 minutes has settled into this game quite well. You know, we've had so much of the ball here. Fulham haven't really threatened us at all. Lundhansen, cross to the far post. Joao Pedro again. What a big opportunity that was. He should have scored a brace already in this game. It's Tyrone Malaysia. Varmont. The shot's blocked. It's going to go off for a corner for them. Last season, when we faced Fulham, by the way, they are one of the teams that have almost frustrated us the most. Not because they won all the games against us, but because they're one of those teams that keeps possession on the game for possession's sake. They don't really threaten on possession. They just keep it. I'm surprised they haven't really done much of that in this game. On the break here, Morgan Gibbs-White over the top. Is he going to find Bunny? Oh, that's just too much on the pass there, and the defense always going to deal with that. But Hannibal Mejbri, he's played in. Oh, Joao Pedro. He could have scored a hat-trick in the first half, man. He scored a goal, but yes, he could have scored two, or he could have scored a hat-trick already in this half. He has to be much better for us in the second half. He has to be much better in terms of being more clinical, that is. I'm happy with the way we've played in this game, which is we've absolutely dominated. Joao Pedro, little pullback. Morgan Gibbs-White, get in. He's been I don't want to say incapable, but he's missed a couple of decent chances. I thought, you know what, that is not the best opposition for him to try and go for a goal. And we saw Morgan Gibbs-White making that late run into the box as he always does. And the unselfish thing to do is to pull that one back, and the finish was never in doubt. Substitutions here, the likes of Flamingo coming on and being replaced by Doran rather, and Joao Pedro as well is replaced by Nene for the remainder of this game. Oh my god, I thought his first contribution there for Doran would have been giving away a penalty, but he somehow managed to not do anything to make the referee make a tough decision. Fulham looking like they could pull one back here. Oh, excellent defending. He's injured, Hannibal Mejbri. I can't remember him getting injured, but I hope that's nothing too serious. It's just like a sprain or something that he's going to be out for the next couple of days or the next few days. Not a good ball there. That's it for the game. Oh, we have played so well in this game. It could have been 4, it could have been 5. I can't remember Fulham having a shot on target in this game, by the way. It's been absolute domination from us. And 2-0, to be fair, 2-0 flatters them. It should have been more. But I'll take the 3 points. At the early stage of the season, you know, it's all about trying to pick up as many points as possible. And before you hit that run-in, you want to be in a good position from the start of the season. Wow, it feels so good to be in this competition, you know. You have no idea. And this is our 4th season, and we are in the Champions League. It took us 3 seasons to build towards this stage. You know, the first step of it was getting promoted to the Premier League. Second step was staying in the Premier League, of course, but we went on in our second season to finish in the Europa League. In the third season, somehow we won the league. And in the fourth season, we find ourselves playing in one of the most prestigious competitions in the world, the Champions League. And our first game here is away from home against the semi-finalists of last season's Europa League and Ferencvárosi. We had a tough away game against them, let's not forget. Although we won the home game comfortably, and the away game was very, very tough. I remember coming away from that game 1-0, and just a 1-0 victory for us. But it was really, really tough. But I have rotated slightly for this game. You know, the likes of Doran starts, and the couple of games that he's played. He started the Real Madrid game, I believe. He came off the bench in our last game. It was only like a 7-minute cameo. But I do like him. I do think he's got the quality to be a really, really good centre-back for us. And Bonnie and João Pedro starts as well up front. Nene coming into that number 10 position in place of Morgan Gibbs-White for this game. It's still a very strong starting 11. You know what's exciting about being in the Champions League? You get to test yourselves against some of the best teams in the world in their respective leagues. You know, you play your Barcelonas, your Real Madrids from Spain. I mean, you go to Italy, you play your Juventus and your Milan teams, AC Milan, Inter Milan. I mean, you go to France, you play PSG. You go to Germany, you're playing your Bayern Munich, your Dortmund. There isn't too many changes from facing them last season. Certainly Sardinia, I can remember. He was an absolute handful in those couple of games in the semi-finals of the Europa League from last season. He's a player to watch out for in this game. As I said, we did struggle to go into Hungary for that first leg of the competition. But second leg, I felt we were very comfortable up until the later stages of the game, where the game was already won at that point, and they started creating a few chances. But from what I can remember, they keep the ball quite well. You know, good early start here from the home side. Ferencvárosi. Amar is going to take the corner for them. It looks like a regen, though. I'm not sure if he's a real player or not. It does look like a regen. But what is he going to do from the corner? Near post, we defend the near post quite well from corners. It's the near post. Oh, haven't defended that one well. Harrison Burrows trying to win possession back. Don't give away penalty, son. Oh, here's Guerrero. Burrows waiting for the runners. He's going to try and do it on his own here. He's done quite well. He skipped past a couple. It's still going. Oh, it was a poor cross. It's done well, Adam Watson. That's why we signed him, you know, to win back possession for us as soon as we lose it. Being in the right place at the right time, over the top. Adam Watson. Oh my God, he almost scored his first goal for us there. Hitting the post. And who else? João Pedro. He scored in every game he's played, by the way, since we've signed him. He's a player that cannot stop scoring goals at the moment. And long may that form continue, you know. If he continues like this, our top scorer in all competition, the most any player have scored in all competition, I think it's about 25 goals. It's Sardinia. Oh, I thought that was going to end up in the bottom right-hand side there, but it's just narrowly missed. Ah, that's not far away. What a big chance from the home side. Yeah, I was saying earlier on before, the most I believe anyone have ever scored in our competition is, I think Tyrese Dolan almost got into that 30 goals mark last season. I might be wrong though, but João Pedro could do it. Crawford, Walter Berger, Leonard have been replaced or have replaced the likes of Scott Ward, Adam Ward. I'm gonna make that mistake a few times, calling him Scott Wharton. He's Adam. We have to remember that. The corner dealt with yet again on the near side. We've dealt with them quite well. 10. Walter Berger to Crawford, over the top to Leonard. Surely it's 2-0. Oh, surely that would have been game over here. Big save from the goalkeeper. Then cross, Crawford, touch. He's going to try and set Daniel up. Daniel with the shot has been blocked. It's back to Crawford though. it's just slotted into the game, hasn't he? As if he's been playing the first 62 minutes of the game. Oh, what a hit, Daniel. Talking about Crawford, who is slotted into the game and coming off the bench. But what a finish from Daniel. I think he scored against them last season, if I'm not mistaken. He scored a cracker against them last season, and he's done it again. What a finish. He hits them so well from outside the box, you know. What a player. That's it. It's a 2-0 victory for us. We just about stayed on or hung on to keep the clean sheets there, which is amazing for us. We've got quite a few clean sheets this season, and to be able to hang on to the final whistle there to keep another clean sheet here, it's very, very impressive. Long may this great early start to the season continue. Table is looking like after the first round of game in the Champions League, Leipzig putting 6 past Celtic there, putting them top of the group. We're second. Some teams are yet to play, I believe, but Barcelona are in third at the moment, and we have got Salzburg in fourth. I think on paper, we have just played our easiest opponent on paper, which is strange considering they are a team that was in the semi-finals of the Europa League last season. But considering the fact that we have got Salzburg, we have got Dynamo Kiev, we have also got Barcelona, and we've got Borussia Dortmund, AC Milan, and Juventus as well in there. I think Ferencvárosi might just be the easier game on paper, which it was vital that we started the group stage and with 3 points advantage, which we did away from home. So that's good news for us. Some teams are yet to play, and maybe we will see them play in the next week or so. But just before we end the episode here, 2 games in this episode, purely because we had to do quite a fair bit in terms of bringing and selling players. But we're still second in the Premier League table, and we're level on points with Tottenham. Both teams are unbeaten so far in their first 4 games. Tottenham have scored 11 goals in their first 4 games, by the way. They are a team scoring goals for fun at the moment. Liverpool in third, Manchester United in fourth, Chelsea in fifth. Where is Manchester City? They haven't started this season too well there. Manchester City have there. Not at all. I don't know. I just accidentally took that off. But Manchester City are 12. They've only picked up 4 points from their opening 4 games. That is incredible. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one, and I'll see you all in the next one.